shaking my man. Good evening. Yes, it is time to play stock market game. Very good. What's up, y'all? That's Gennady Golovkin. If you don't know, Triple G. I've been watching this guy since he got started, and the greatest. Because if you were an Ali G fan or I forgot the name of the original show. I guess it was the Ali G show. Borat. My man, he speaks just like Borat from Kazakhstan. I like to fight. Good time, my fans. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Anyway, I just realized I made 2 videos since the 1st of January, and I forgot to put them on YouTube because I'm a burnout. Maybe that's why they don't let me on CNBC. But I'm here to petition once again. Get me on CNBC, because so far every prediction I've made so far, I think since March of 2012. Let's go say it's, even though I said Dow 20,000 in some 2011 videos that I just found, we'll just say March of 2012 is when I read the Fed minutes and I went out and I said the Dow's going to go to 20,000 by January of 2017, and yada yada yada. Anyway, then I said we were going to have a 20% move in 2017 after that, and then I said 2018 is going to start out with a bang. So here we are, already up 10% for the year. So what do we do? What do we do? We got let me give you the list of stocks we own, because it's a bigger list than usual, and it's ridiculous. We got VRX, US Steel, Twitter, Snap. Full disclosure, we sold the Snap today, and we sold some at 15 the other day, and then today at basically 14.55. So we're out of the Snap. Wasn't a great trade, but once again, we made some money on it. We got the Alibaba, we got the AMD, we got the Mark I've been talking about. We got the Rig breaking out finally. We got the bet, if you can believe it, we're still in the triple D. We're taking a little bit of a loss on that still. We got the SQ coming back, hitting 38 today. We got the, what was the other one? A little HMNY on, if you could believe that. You know, under 7, not the greatest thing in the world, but not hating it. But really the diamonds, the Qs, we stayed away from UVXY, SVXY, even though that's the running joke. Guys out there still thinking that UVXY is going to be this portfolio savior, when all it does is demolish your wealth. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about what we've been doing, what you should be doing. And if you haven't joined the room, the link is, we're still keeping it free. And not only are we doing it free now for the next couple of weeks until I get around to redoing the passwords and the website and all that stuff, kind of in transition right now, we're going to give away some free stuff. All right, I gave away plenty of stuff to charity. I kept some cool stuff. Maybe for your kids, probably more for your kids than for you. I got 2 pairs of wireless headphones. I got a phone, a solar-powered iPhone charger. I've got these projectors where you slip your iPhone into it and it projects the picture on the wall. I've got a Blu-ray player, and I've got an earpiece, a Bluetooth earpiece that goes with your phone. So we're going to be playing stock market trivia tomorrow. Usually it's for members only, but if you stop in, maybe we'll give you a free prize if you pay for the shipping. Obviously, the members, I won't charge them for shipping, but if you're a non-member and you happen to win one of the contests that we do tomorrow, you're going to have to pay for shipping. But hey, guess what? If you have to pay $8 or $10 for a Blu-ray player, why not? Does anybody even use Blu-ray players? I don't know. More importantly, what are we doing here? You're still able to buy the diamond options and double and triple your money within 3 or 4 days. Ridiculous. The 250 calls for this week, which we thought were going to expire worthless, are now trading obviously about 5 times what they were worth 3 days ago. So it's absolutely absurd. I'm sad that I sold my March 250s, but you know what? We're already into 265s for January of 2019. We're already looking at, I'm already started selling puts. Do you realize that there's value going out to 2019 on the 170 puts on the diamonds? That means there are people willing to bet that this market's going to fall 8,000 points this year. Am I doing my math right? 5,000 would take us back to 20. 2 more thousand would be 18,000. So 19, yes, they're willing to make that bet, and I think it was a 70-cent option. Now I understand if the market was to fall 1,000 points, those 70-cent options would probably be worth $2, and they could trade out of them. But the idea that this market's going to break under 20,000. And I don't want to say ever again, but I'll say ever again. I'll go out and say ever again. And you know what? Maybe my tone will change. Again, if we're under 20,000, I'm going to have to say black swan event. Black swan event meaning I can't predict that. But right now, like I said, all of my predictions have been coming true. We're already up 10% on the year on the portfolio, which is ridiculous. It's the fourth. So what do? You're up 10%. Do you sell everything and just say, hey, I made 10% for the year? Obviously not, because we still think Alibaba's going to 250. Still think Twitter's going to 30. Still think VRX is going to 30. We still think Rig's going to 1250. I still think BlackBerry can get up to 15. I still like the AMD getting back to 15 or change. Okay, now can I suggest piling into these stocks now that they're all 20, 30% higher from where I've been suggesting them? I don't know. I'd rather wait for a pullback on some of these things. Twitter, you're getting a pullback right now. Snap, you're getting an opportunity. Mark already had the pullback. AMD already had the pullback. It's hard to want to keep pushing it. So let's talk about cryptocurrency. I appreciate you guys think I know what I'm doing. Okay? I don't. All right? I know two smart people that have been into cryptocurrency for the last 2 years. And if you haven't learned anything from Donald Trump, I surround myself with terrific people. A lot of people that know a lot more than I do. Fantastic people. Granted, I fire them or they quit very, very quickly once they get to know me, but I surround myself with terrific people. Fantastic people. A lot of people don't realize that if you surround yourself with terrific people, that makes you terrific. Anyway, it's true. If I find two people that know what they're talking about, and they dig deep, they're digging deep. They're digging dark web shit. They're talking about coins that no one even heard about. The hell's a dog coin or Dogecoin? DODGE. I'm in. What the hell is Tron? The kid mentions there's a coin named Tron. I'm like, I don't give a shit what price it is. Buy it for me. Give me my $150 worth of it or $200 worth of it, whatever I got. I don't even know what I got at this point. I know I own Ripple at 74 cents and at 113. And I know it hit $3. Now, here's the thing. When I was told to buy Ripple, the idea was that, obviously, he explained how the banks were using it, and it was being used already around the world as currency, more so than Bitcoin in a lot of instances, which is why I liked it. Okay, plus I like the idea of it being called Ripple because I'm a deadhead, and I like the Eddie Murphy, and I love the, I tried Ripple back in the day with Colt 45 and the whole thing, smoking blunts. But then I hear about Tron. I don't even like Tron. But how do you not buy something called Tron? I mean, if we're going into the future and cryptocurrency is where it's at, how do you not own a cryptocurrency called Tron? I mean, seriously. And I think we're up 230% as according to Steve. So now here's the thing. Steve, my cryptocurrency guru, and Ryan, I don't want to forget my boy Ryan, who told me to buy Bitcoin at $40. They're telling me, Dodge and Tron were pretty good. And but they also got me into the Ripple under the idea that Coinbase, the big cryptocurrency website, was going to carry the Ripple. So as it was ripping, it was supposed to be announced, I was told it was supposed to be announced tomorrow that they were going to add it, and supposedly they said they're not going to add it, and Ripple had tanked. Now, here's what I'm about to lay this on you. I don't give a shit. Oh, wait, can I not get on CNBC because I use bad words? Is that what it is? Oh, I called Ripple at 71 cents, and it became the biggest, hottest cryptocurrency on the planet. But again, I can't get on CNBC for 10 minutes. Get me on CNBC, and we're going to talk about the StockTwits event that's coming in 3 months, which again, I didn't win the StockTwits Man of the Year award, and I want retribution, even though I was too drunk to realize what the hell was going on at that party because I hadn't eaten anything, and all the finger foods were gone by the time I got there because I had to babysit my freaking dog, and I was late to the party, so I started pounding drinks without having anything, and I was shot. Big ups to Matt Kolb from Benzinga for taking care of me that night. I understand. But listen, do I have to write a book? Is that what it is? Do I have to work for a real company? I don't have a book. I'll write a book if that's what it takes. I'll write a book about technical analysis. I could bang one out. I'll do 80 pages in 2 days. What do you want to know? I'll tell you some shady stories. I really want to name the book Blowjobs and Bollinger Bands. Would that get me on CNBC? No, it's not a good title. How about She's Under My Desk? How about my Rising Wedge is in Your Mouth? How about that? Is that a good title for a book? No? Too descript? Is that going to bar me from CNBC? Get me on. Give me my 15 minutes. Put me on at 4:20 on a Friday. I don't give a shit. We'll talk about weed, cryptocurrency, Dow, whatever you need. I can articulate with the best of them. Don't ask me to crunch any numbers. And I'm sure I'm not the only guy that's been on CNBC that failed accounting. I'll say it right now, failed accounting. Does it matter? Does that mean that I don't know how to analyze a chart and get into VRX that is breaking out of a 2-year chart? Or get into Twitter when it's breaking 1850 over a 2-year malaise? Or get myself into BlackBerry or AMD? Do I need to know the numbers? Am I reading the income statement? Do you know there's a stock that went up from $1 today to $11.80? And I'm not even going to get into it. CNET, right? I'm not going to get into it. Why? You're not going to believe what we did anyway. You're not going to believe that I bought it at $5.10 and sold it at $5.99. You're not going to believe that. And then bought it again at $7, sold it at $7.15. Yeah, but you're not going to. And then it went to $7.50. I bought it again at $7.50, sold it at $10. Then it pulled back, bought it again at $10, sold it at $11. You're not going to believe any of that bullshit. Why would you? It's not like I got rich on it anyway. I was trading 200 shares after I bought the first 1,000 at $5.51, looking for 6. I wasn't going to start dipping in with 1,000 share lots again, so I started trading 200, 300, blah blah blah. But I was calling these levels like an auctioneer. It was a thing to behold. It was nuts. So that's what I'm saying. Come on in on Friday. Hopefully we have as much action tomorrow as we had today, and we're looking. I'll show you a little bit about how to trade these weekly options. We'll go into some, forecasting what we're going to look for in the next year. We'll talk about cryptocurrency. I think my boy Steve might show up. So if you have any questions about cryptocurrency, he'll be here. Just dropping mad knowledge, bro. Dropping mad knowledge. You're not going to get what I give anywhere else. You want to go to Day Traders Expo and spend $400 on a class?
Wow, is that what stochastics is all about? Great.
I went to a UVXY seminar. I wasted about an hour and a half of my life. The guy's explaining all the products and their benefits. And at one point, I just had to raise my hand. I'm like, but all those products eventually go to zero, even when the market's going down. Why would you suggest anybody buys these? How come you haven't mentioned that in your hour and a half seminar that my friend Mike had me sit through? And the guy's like, yeah, well, a lot of them are volatile and, they tend to drift downward. I'm like, tend to drift downward? Have you seen the chart? You're doing this introduction class to then sell another class for $400 about volatility products. Maybe you should elaborate on the fact that they all suck. You see? But people pay $400 for this crap. Or $300 for a Bollinger Band class, or an intro to options 500. I do it all live. But what I do is I show you what you need to know and then show it in action as it's happening. This is what this does, and if this does this, then this should do that. This is called this and that's called this, and you learn. It's like a trial by fire. And if you need to take a class because you want to have that intro to something, guess what? I'll teach you in a classroom setting. You want to sit around for 4 hours and we'll take some notes. You'll get the brochure. Whatever you need is what I provide. Basically, you have a financial advisor, throw him out the window. You got a trading guru that you like, boom, I'm your man. You got a financial advisor that you're not happy with, fire his ass. Why do you need financial advisors anyway? But what I'm going to show you is how you can do all of this on your own. So if you join our family, not only is it a lifetime membership, but within 6 or 7 months, you're going to get so much information, you're not going to know what to do with. And if you become one of our successful guys, we're never even going to talk again. I know you're out there, Ron. SVXY Ron, Bitcoin Billy. I mean, this guy doesn't show up to the room anymore. He's begging me to buy Bitcoin. He's begging me to buy Ripple. What was it, a half a penny? No wonder you don't show up to the room anymore. God bless you, man. God bless you. And Facebook Freddy, man, in from what, $70, and I was like laughing at you when you were buying it at 70. Who's laughing now? This guy, that guy. Anyway, 15 minutes. I'm glad you stuck around. Free prizes, options classes, information galore, friendly people, drug talk, fishing recipes, and naked pictures of my wife. Think about it. And the Blu-ray player possibility. There is a Blu-ray player up for grabs. Maybe tomorrow, but probably next week. I'm not going to fuck around. But there will be debauchery, and there will be foul language, and there might also be some drinking. So all that combined for a low, low price of nothing. Stop by, have some fun, see what it's all about. I'll see you in cyberspace. Good luck. And oh, did I mention the Ripple? I'm not selling it. I don't care what it does. I'm in. I'm in Ripple. This is the Big Bang. If we just had the Big Bang and we're ever expanding into the future and cyberspace and beyond, then this is something new. I want to be in it forever, in perpetuity. I want to be Ripple. I want to be Mr. Ripple. Wasn't there a guy named Mr. Ripple? Mr. Whipple. Squeeze the Charmin? I'm old. And so Ripple, if it was at 380 today and then it went to 3, doesn't mean anything. It's all bullshit to me. I've got now $1,200 worth of Ripple with my boy Steve. So if Ripple goes to $20, one day I'll say, yo, Steve, let me get 10 grand out of that, and I'll hold the other 10 grand worth of Ripple. But until it goes to 20 bucks, I don't care. All right? Now it's about Tron and Dodge, and apparently there are some weed coins out there. How am I not invested in those? I'll never know. But again, I heard some of the weed stocks went down. I could say that, oh, thank God that I sold them yesterday, but I didn't because I sold them like 7 days ago, and both of them went up like 5 more points after I got out. TMJF and the ACBFF. I sell them, they go up another 50%, I think minimum. I think that's what it was. All right. I'm glad you stuck around. 17 minutes. I didn't mean to keep rattling on like this, but I like to talk. Flickety flea-ha, wiggity wee-ha. All right. So, again, tomorrow, what I love about options expiration is that you don't need a big move. But if you get one of my reversals that happened on a Friday and it's breaking a strike price, you could take a 2 cent, 3 cent option and make it into a 15, 20 cent play like we did with RIG last month, or sorry, 2 weeks ago with the RIG. We had the $10 calls in RIG, or it was the 10.50s, I don't remember, but it was a 2 cent option. We got out at 18 cents. It was awesome. And I'm not saying I got rich. I had $100 worth, and you know, making 8 times your money on $100. It's pretty sick, brah. It's pretty sick. I know, pretty sick. Maybe some of you guys have never experienced that, but it's a lot of fun watching $100 or $200 turn into $500 or $600. Anyway, hopefully we have 2 of those tomorrow. We make a little bit of coin for the weekend, and maybe next time we have a snowstorm, I'll pay somebody to do my shoveling. But I enjoy shoveling. I'm crazy like that. Plus, I'm a Jew, and the stereotype that we are, why pay for things when you could do them for yourself, right? So me and the family went out and we shoveled. What?